Yo, welcome to Collateral Let's Play Metroid Monday. Last time we had finished Metroid Zero missions, so it's time to jump into Metroid Prime Remastered. Oh, by the way, I'm Ashley Chancellor, and I'm recording straight from Houston, Texas. And yes, my friends, this is a 420 friendly channel, so whatever you have, smoke it if you've got it. I'm not going to do too much of a preamble on this game. What I haven't said, I've said already. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. I've said a lot about this game already on the podcast. There we go. We've spoken at length about this. We did an episode on Metroid Prime Remastered, and we've covered Metroid Prime. I think we covered the Metroid Prime trilogy a few years ago. So, yeah, we will go ahead and jump into this because I'm really excited. Metroid Prime is it's a game I grew up with on the GameCube, and playing it on the Switch is, that experience times 10. I mean, it's completely faithful while upscaling everything and, modern controls and shit. So fuck yeah. Speaking of controls, I'm using the pointer controls. I don't have an option for mouse controls. There hasn't been a Switch 2 edition update of this game. But, so the next best thing to mouse controls is pointer controls, like on the Wii. So that's what we're going to go with. I'm excited for it. God, this opening title screen is so good. I love it, man. It is, wow. Easily, like, top 10. Like, let's just, like, sit here a minute, Oh, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. It's so good, man. God, yeah. Metroid Prime music is just incredible. Something that every entry is consistently maintained. And yes, we'll be playing through all of these. In fact, Prime 1 through 3 and Federation Force are all... they're all... What am I trying to say here? They're all set between Metroid 1 and 2. Yes, there we go. Sorry, I'm high as fuck. So I'm forgetting everything. Why don't we just jump into the game? Alright, we do have some extras, but there's really no reason to look at that right now. Okay, we've got pointer controls on. Excellent. Display. Looks good to me. Okay, we don't need the narration. Those are kind of cool, though, but... This is subtitles or the narration. Partial. Anyway, no, we're not going to do the narration. I've never played this with the narration. I don't think it's necessary. Probably kills the atmosphere a little bit. What am I doing? Alright, let's go play. We don't need to go. I just said we don't need to go look at the extras. What do I do? Of course I have it. As you can see, I have a file on Chozo Ruins. On my other profile, I have a file that's nearly complete with this game. And I have completed it on the original GameCube. But, actually, yeah, I have yet to complete the Metroid Prime Remastered. So, that'll be fun, actually, playing through this and actually completing it this time. And we will be shooting for 100%, so... Yep. Alright, we're going to do normal because we haven't unlocked the harder difficulty, unfortunately. And I checked, and, I haven't beat the game on my other profile either, so... Yep, we're just going to have to play it normal. That's okay. But, yeah, man, this game is fucking timeless, bro. It is insanely good. It is still to this day hailed as the golden standard of, Metroid in a lot of ways. I mean, the Metroid Prime series is kind of just considered its own caliber outside of the 2D series. And so, if you're watching these games the first time and you watch through my Let's Play of Zero Mission, you'll be able to see the difference here. But also, we are picking up right from the events of that game. So just keep that in mind, This is Samus after escaping Zebes and fighting Kraid and Ridley and Mother Brain and the Ridley robot at the end. Is it Mecha Ridley? I think Mecha Ridley is a mechanically enhanced Ridley, though. There's also Meta Ridley, I think. I don't know. He shows up at this game, too. As either Mecha or Meta Ridley. God, yeah, man. Is this not just Kino right here? Absolute cinema. No, we don't need some fucking narration over this shit. Nah, fuck all that. You know, I'm trying to kind of bring back my childhood experience with this and share it with you. That being said, I mean, this would be based on the PAL version of the game, I believe, not the NTSC version, which is probably the one that I played. It's so cold, man. Look at this fucking intro, bro. It's so fucking epic. Yeah! Full 360 around the character. You know, and you pause the music. Fucking amazing, bro. Alright, hold on. How do we reorient this if I need to reorient this? That's something I need to know. Let's look at our controls real quick. They'll give us the other controls, but I want to know there's, okay, reset gyro is, okay, just if L or R will work. Interesting. Okay. That's what I thought, because I was playing this game on gyro before. Okay. Press and hold ZL to lock on the target. See, on the original GameCube, this was different. You had, well, essentially, you know, boomer shooter controls, right? And, see, I'm using pointer controls. There's also dual stick controls, and there is the original GameCube controls option. I guess if I really wanted to bring back my childhood, I'll do that. I'd do that, but no. When's the classic control? Oh, okay, no, we don't do that. All right. But yeah, what's cool about this? So in the original game, whenever you moved left and right, you didn't strafe, but you rotated like this, right? And your gun was always aimed at the center of the screen. You know, boomer shooters, Doom. You know, yeah. And in order to change that, you had to hold down the R button, and then you could move your cursor, but you know. You had to stay in place, and then later versions of this game, like the re-release on the Wii, for the Metroid Prime trilogy, and then of course this release, you know, added the option to actually be able to move, aim while moving, which is nice, you know, with either modern first-person shooter controls or pointer controls. So yeah, sorry, I know a lot about this game, and a lot of you watching probably already know, but it's there for anybody who doesn't. Like in our Metroid Prime 4, see, I was just jabbering over a tutorial. Like in Metroid Prime 4, we are going to be scanning everything. So yeah, let's scan our gunship. Scan complete. Energy force field in place. You cannot reach your gunship. Okay, so we're not actually able to scan our gunship yet. It's just information about it. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to scan everything like we did in Metroid Prime 4. That's the way I play this game. It's the way you get the lore. On subsequent playthroughs, you know, we may not have to scan everything all the time, but at least on our first playthrough of any Prime game, we are going to be scanning everything. Force field activation switches are now online, so I scan that to do that. There are some, you know, like in Metroid Prime 4, there are mandatory scans, there are optional scans, there are lore scans. This force field blocks the entrance. Something nearby must be able to deactivate it. And like before, we've got these switches. The switch is directly connected to the force field barrier. But anyway, yeah, in the original game, you could lock on to targets, and that was one way. That was pretty much the way that you had to shoot. That's why I brought that up, is that in the original game, I remember you had to stand still, hold down R, aim up, and then you could lock on and shoot it. I think if you're especially with these ones, I think if you're, like, they're right here, I think you can auto-target it. But like this one, you had to aim up to do, I think, if I'm not mistaken. See, in this case, you'll see me do the same thing. It's kind of almost, you know, force of habit at this point. I gotta lock on. But unlike in the original game, your beams won't just automatically hit them now. You do still have to aim them this way, so. But the missiles do help. That's what's important. Okay. Object out of scanning range. Entrance to airlock. So, yeah, this whole beginning level really gives me Alien vibes. It really does. And that's awesome because Metroid was originally inspired by Alien. So, Retro Studios, when they were developing this, they understood the assignment. This was a project that was outsourced to them. So, Nintendo didn't directly develop this, but they let an American studio based in Austin, Texas, Retro Studios, do it. And look, they got the assignment. Airlock repressurization successful. I mean, this feels like the transition of the original Metroid games to 2D, or to 3D. From 2D to 3D is what I mean to say. Entrance to Deck Alpha, Access Hall. So we'll play for about an hour once we reach a logical stopping point. If it takes me that long just to make it through the Space Pirate Frigate and to get to Talon 4, then we'll end there. Otherwise, we may even make it as far as Chozo Ruins, so... Really, you know, I know this game pretty well, so... But I do scan everything. Entrance to emergency evacuation area. I guess I should say I know this section of this game well. I've definitely played through the beginning of this game very many times. The platform does not look like it can be activated from this room. Morphology, Space Pirate status. Death caused by a severing of the spinal cord. Ooh. But see, this is where it gets interesting, you know? We kind of, like, look around and we scan everything, and we figure out what's around us, and the creatures that are here, and what the fuck happened here, right? You know, I picked up some kind of distress signal, all right? A new creature's entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Morphology, parasite, interstellar vermin, they travel in swarms. Indigenous to Talon 4, a single parasite is harmless to larger life forms, however, they tend to travel in large groups. Swarming over potential prey, such swarms can be dangerous. Biohazardous materials, phase on batch, 0009.A, destination deck beta. Biohazard materials, phase on batch, 142.A, destination deck beta. Press ZL to lock onto enemies, that's good to know. Analysis shows incredibly large muscle structures surrounding the jaw area. Fluid sacs containing acid are also detected. Escape pod entrance to the jettison. The vessel has already been jettisoned. Can't speak. Space pirate status. Death caused by acidic burns to body. Chemical type unknown. Space pirate status. Weak life signs detected. Imprint of large bite marks can be seen on the exoskeleton. He alive. He alive, bro. Let's shoot him. Cap his ass. Oh, didn't mean to do that. A new research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Small energy replenishes 10 units of energy. Okay. Escape pod 3 launched. Escape pod 4 launched. Escape pod 7 launched. Escape pod launch coordinates. Talon 4 11L.30L Research Command Center. By the way, we won't have to scan every door, just in this area. Entrance, but not in the whole game. Entrance to Deck Alpha Umbilical Hall. Yeah, the other doors in every other area don't do that. There's just a single door scan for every type of door. Death caused by excessive blunt trauma to cranium. Although this debris is obstructing the hallway, it looks like it can be easily removed. Press and hold A to charge. Yep, so this is a charge beam. You saw me do that earlier. There's a full charge. Entrance to map facility. Aha, that's it. Just make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay. Okay, so they're like, yeah, come through here. Ventilation tunnel to navigation room. So this is where we morph ball. Although, funny enough, the game isn't giving me the prompt to do it. Maybe it's because I already hit it. I don't know. Okay, step into the hologram. A new research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Map station. Oh, what? There was more. Walk into map station holograms to download a map of the area you're in. Frigate exterior hull stable and we'll read all this after we get the map. You downloaded the map for this area. Press plus to access the map. When you're finished, plus press again to resume play. Alright. Now we turn around. Okay, frigate exterior hull stable and fully functional. Talon 4, ground 0 area secure. Crater radiation readings normal. Parasitic infestation has been detected in the ventilation systems of decks Gamma and Beta. 2 parasite queen specimens have become volatile on deck Beta. All security personnel should report to the biotech research area. 2 parasite queen specimens. Interesting. But what did it say? The biotech research area. Oops. What am I doing? You know, these are flip-flopped. It should be plus to open the pause menu and minus to open the map. It's back. It's so backwards. Whatever. It'd be nice if I could change that, but I'm not sure that I can. Yeah. We can't do that. Okay. But what I want is... Yeah, it doesn't show you the name of the rooms until you walk into them. That's okay. But yeah, we can morph ball to do that. Entrance to connection elevator. Access to deck beta approved. Please step into the hologram. Uh-oh. Deck beta's where shit's supposed to go down, right? So, yikes. Nah, we're gonna hop in there because we're fucking bounty hunters, bro. Bounty hunters who help out when we hear distress signals. Although, obviously, space pirates fucking sent this signal. So, you know what? We're just come here to finish the job. Entrance to deck beta, conduit hall. Specimen containment breach on deck beta. All crew report for lockdown. This energy conduit unit has been this energy conduit unit this energy conductor unit has been damaged. Use caution when approaching the arcing electricity. God, I'm so fucking high, guys. Ugh, can't walk and talk. Entrance to biotech research area 1. Okay, this is it. This is the biotech research area. So, definitely hear some enemies. Specimen cell C status unknown. Rejection of phazon compound detected. Hibernation transference of phazon batch 81.D complete. Both legs of this creature are broken. Sorry, buddy. I was putting you out of your misery. Severe internal damage detected. And normally each enemy doesn't have a scan either. That's kind of just for this area to show that they're all weak and shit. Rejection of phazon compound detected. Fluid sacs in the mouth enlarge after mutation. Okay, I was make sure it didn't say mutilation. Oh, there's more. This allows for increased production of corrosive bile. Parasite, egg, and pupa stage. Its tough exoskeleton protects it from its mother's acidic embryonic fluid. After mutation, the carapace of the lava becomes rigid. The carapace is quite resilient, able to resist the attacks of many predators. Combat mutation applications are complete. The primary legs of this creature possess galvanized tips, allowing it to penetrate any known alloy. Entrance to deck beta security hall. The coils on this ventilation cap look unstable. Okay. ballistic support needed in specimen block F. Where's the part where we can deactivate the turrets? I think that's later. New logbook entry hasn't downloaded your logbook. Whatever. Okay, missile ammunition. So we'll get more missiles this way. God. Killing me. Alright. I neglected to scan the security turret. It's okay. There'll be another one to scan later. Making sure I didn't miss a fucking scan, because I could have sworn the first encounter could be avoided if you scan something, but I guess I'm wrong. Okay. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Entrance to biohazard containment. Okay, there's some important lore scans that we cannot get anywhere else, and they're missable if we don't get them here. New pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. See, this is it. I think this is just the one. Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 9.992.3, Zebus has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter-clad in metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates Orpheon, Syriacus, and Valperigam were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy, but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. Uh-oh, there's Metroids here. We are now ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at code blue. No signs of pursuit from the Hunter. That's us. We're the Hunter, by the way. Phase on infusion stage 1. Parasite larva diagnostic, mass 1.2, length 0.5, cell structure stable. Stage 2, introducing mutagen into tank, phase on batch 732.C, status complete. Phase on infusion stage 3, mutation initiated, larva status stable. So that means we actually got like a logbook scan. So whenever you hear that, recording to logbook. Yeah. So there's lore scans, and then there's just like creature and technology scans. So there are a couple of those that are missable too, from the creatures and technology and shit. A new creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Mechanism auto turret. Yeah, that's the one we missed earlier. That's okay. There's going to be plenty of auto turrets. I'm pretty sure that's not actually missable. Auto turret disabled. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, now we don't have to fight it. Save our missiles. Parasite larva, harmless unless encountered in large numbers. Morphology plasmite, info native of Talon 4. So now we can scan to our heart's content and not fucking have to worry about this turret. Phase on infusion stage 4, larva diagnostic. Mass 14.5, length 40.3, cell structure failing. Specimen cell structure failing, batch 732.C does not match DNA, terminating infusion sequence. Specimen solitaire holding 1, unknown. Phase on level unknown. Status xenotropic life form unstable, use caution. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, buddy. Okay. We're scanning everything. In fact, we're going to scan everything else before we get that super important scan right there that's red. So, fusion analysis 10.2. Specimen exhibits incredible strength and body mass increase when exposed to phase on batch 732.C. Fusion analysis 12.5. Phase on batch 3.H increases the acid production in the saliva ducts of parasite larvae. Experiment 435.8. Bioform pain tolerance levels at 13% and holding. Biohazard waste removal may begin in 3 hours. A phase-on radiation readings must be reported to Deck Commander before batch disposal. Elevator operational, please step into the hologram. So as you'll notice, the red scans are the important ones. Those are either lore scans or necessary to progress. Space Pirate, severe internal damage detected. The orange ones are optional, and if they're faded out orange, they're you've already scanned them. If they're faded out anything, you've already scanned it. Phase on level, toxic hermetic seal hold. Let me scan you. Brain hemorrhage detected. Creature's aim will be hindered. Avoid damage by using quick movements. This is where you can start using the strafing options. Kind of your tutorial on that. Although the game isn't telling me it. It might be because I've already used it. Hold on, let me scan you too. Your unique scan. Minimal injuries assessed. Use caution. Maximum firepower recommended. Okay. I think that's a... Yeah, that's... pretty much fighting a space pirate at full power. Eventually, we'll just get a space pirate scan when we encounter them later. And that'll cover, you know, every type of space pirate. Morphology Zoomer, native of Talon 4. It would be cool if you could actually get the lore, the logbook scans for these here, but you can't. You have to wait till you encounter them. Morphology Plated Parasite Larva, native of Talon 4. Mutagen Tank 1, phase on batch 732.C. Tank 2, phase on batch 3.H. Phase on batch 1426.K. K. Like Ryan Gosling's K / Joe. Ice Shriek Bat, native of Talon 4. I think that's one of the missable scans, at least in the original game. Specimen Solitaire holding 5. Status empty. He's still alive. I can see him breathing. Acid burns have welded the joints of the exoskeleton. Wow. That's rough, buddy. Hey, man. This didn't have to go down this way. Dig Beta Transit Hall. Entrance to Cargo Freight Lift. Okay, now we got all kinds of scans here. Ventilation covers may become superheated if airflow is restricted. Unusual thermal readings should be reported to the deck engineer on duty. Obstruction detected in the reactor ventilation system. Engineering crew report to freight lift corridor immediately. Security codes on auto turrets are changed every other lunar cycle. Using improper codes may result in turret activation. No. These turrets only go down in one missile hit. The ones we encounter later in the game take 2. Which is interesting. But I guess these are like weakened or something. Morphology Space Pirate. Death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. Access to Deck Gamma approved. Please step into the hologram. Alright, progressing to Deck Gamma. Platform is active. Let's go. We're going to go down this elevator thing. Lift. Freight lift. That's what they called it, right? Cargo lift? Uh-oh. Ah! Dude, you fucking scared me. No, I didn't. It's actually kind of cool. This game is a little bit scary sometimes. Minimal. Okay. Door lock enabled. Please enter a metallic sphere to open door. Death caused by removal of internal organs. Energy now flows through a series of locking mechanisms on the door's surface. An active power line trails away to an open clamp on the floor. It looks like a spherical shape would fit into this clamp. Ha! I wonder what that could be. Golly, Nintendo, or Retro, you should say. You stumped me. I can't imagine what small, sphere item I have in my possession. Oh. Okay, no. It's supposed to be obvious and make you feel a little bit clever. I think that's the intention. Alright. Uh-oh, these guys are going to come alive. You see them? Alright, here's where we'll... What the... Really? Because I went back through the door. Yeah. Hey. That's where it tells me the chargeman can be used to draw on pickups, but I already knew that. Morphology Space Pirate dead. This creature looks like it struggled to get through this door. Morphology Space Pirate. Death caused by cranial trauma. By the way, this is our first save station over here. That'll be nice. Morphology, space pirate, death caused by severe laceration. Subject looks like has been partially eaten. Alright. Entrance to safe station. Let's scan this shit. Door lock enabled. Please enter a metallic sphere to open door. So this is how we would open this door, but we're gonna save first. Here's a save station. Let's scan that for the logbook. Alright, research entry, save station. Step into these stations to save your game and fully restore your energy. Which means it's a good opportunity for me to take a break. Alright, and we're back. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I took a smoke break, but not a smoke break. And yeah, I had to, my energy needs to be fully replenished, guys. Come on. Game has been saved, energy fully replenished. Oh, God, I'm out of W energy. That's okay. Smoke some good weed, and we're good. Alright. Entrance to reactor core entrance. Huh. Entrance to reactor core entrance. Alright, I guess all we gotta do is morph ball into here. Now, there is a missable scan with this boss encounter that's coming up. Yes, there's a boss encounter coming up. I mean, come on, guys. By the way, I very much do think we'll make it to Chozo Ruins, so... yeah, save point, definitely. Always gonna be a boss fight. Right there. Death caused by acid burns to the face. God, this looks so good. I mean, this looked good on the GameCube, mind you. Those graphics still hold up today. The retro Nintendo did a really good job upscaling it and making it even better. With the only gripe apparently being the doors. I don't know if they ever patched it or fixed it. Doors look fine to me so far. Maybe it's the other doors that are the problem. I don't know. I believe it was actually an intentional design choice, though. Alright, here it is. The Parasite Queen. Alright, Morphology, Parasite Queen. Parasite female, genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot has been detected at this creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting technique to acquire this new target. Yeah, we're gonna use this. There's a nice little. There's a way to spam missiles, which is by alternating between beam firing and missile, and I believe that's an intended technique. So, oop, wrong button. Fuck. We're out of missiles, but that's okay. She's dead.
Evacuate immediately. Evacuate immediately.
Entrance to deck game monitor. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Access to deck beta approved. I know we're wasting precious seconds scanning. It's okay. You have enough time to scan everything, as long as you don't dilly-dally. Speaking of dilly-dally, yeah, let's see where this elevator exits from. See? By taking a look at the map. Also, we saved some time disabling these turrets. How about that? Oh. Very nice. Did we even take damage during that boss? Okay, no, we did take some. Containment. By the way, we're not losing time while we're scanning, so we're good. While we're in the scan screen. Containment seal breach, larva vital signs critical, secure area, terminate specimen. By the way, I've decided that my head placement here in the top left corner, I decided that, like with Metroid Prime 4, this was the least offending area. Unfortunately, every corner of the screen is used in this HUD, but that's just the radar, and I feel like for you guys, probably the least useful. You can see what enemies are nearby. I can see the radar if I need to quickly react to it, but I'll be honest, I don't usually look at radars in video games. Something some of you might have picked up on when I play first-person shooters. Something maybe I'll have to work on Shooter Saturday. By the way, we're going to continue this on Shooter Saturday. Part 2 of we'll do another Metroid Prime Remastered, because it's a shooter, technically. Shooter adjacent. It's a first-person adventure with shooter controls. We got 4 minutes, we're good. I need to maybe spend less goddamn time in the scan visor, so you guys could actually, like, you know, look at the environments and shit. Fuck. I'm out of missiles. Alright, at least we got some more now. He's coming back after me now? Bastards. No. Come on. 3 minutes. Let's get out of here, fuckers! Oh, don't get squished by that. That would be terrible. Come on, motherfucker. Oh look, we got the scan visor, or the grapple points. I'm using the scan visor. It's Ridley! Oh shit, he's back! I thought we killed him in Metroid Zero mission. What the fuck, bro? This might be the first time Samus re-encounters Ridley. While in combat visor mode, press and hold ZL when this object is in view to perform a grapple beam swing. Yeah, we're gonna scan this shit. Meta Ridley. I thought it was Meta Ridley. Cerebral casing stable, exoskeleton seal holding. Begin umbilical retraction. Get a little bit lower on Meta Ridley there. Meta Ridley. Weapon update complete. Stinger ballistics online. Plasma fuel cell online. All right. That's okay, guys. We got like 2 minutes, and this is it. Okay, disabled the turrets. Very nice. Access to Delc Alpha approved. Please step into the hologram. Ah! Fuckers! Damn it! Oh, we're back to the power suit, bro. By the way, I didn't look through my inventory when I got a chance. That's okay. But if we'd looked into it before, this would have showed us that we had the various suit. Not the now we have the power suit. Alright. Morph ball malfunction. No more morph ball. Missile malfunction. No more missiles. Charge beam malfunction. No more charge beam. Grapple beam malfunction. No more grapple beam. So it's basically like starting over in the original Metroid or Zero mission. Essentially, right? It is like the same level set of power-ups, really, that you had available in that game, or lack of, I should say. power-ups that you're missing. Depressurization. Alright, do we have to do this again? No? Okay, we're good. Anything to scan here? No? Alright. Let's get out of here! And we still had a minute and a half to spare while we were fucking scanning everything. There he is. I don't know, I just like finding out as much information as I can about the world around me. It's cool. Hey, obviously, when you play through this game a few times, back to back, and it's and it's been recent, you're not gonna want to do that all the time, but I don't mind. I feel like enough time has passed since I've played through that section of the game. Alright, tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. So, yeah, we've cleared the space frigate Orpheon, and now we are heading to the main setting of the game. Talon 4. God, yeah, it is so cinematic. And what's funny is that these in-game cinematics are actually kind of rare, but when they are just really good. They are directed like movies. It is honestly, it's very, very impressive, especially for 2001, 2003, something like that. I said it on the title screen earlier. All right. It's interesting because it's actually a kind of a common thing now that Metroid games start you. Metroid Prime is the game that essentially started that, which was giving a in-game reason why Samus loses all of her upgrades by letting you have most of them at the beginning of the game or some of them, and then losing them right away. And Metroid Prime established that, and then all the Prime games kind of try to establish that afterwards, which is interesting. It's kind of become a tradition, so it's cool seeing which power-ups you're actually left with. Like in Prime 2, we still have a lot of the same things. I think we do have the Morph Ball, but not the missiles in Prime 2. I don't even think in Prime 3 you lose the missiles or anything at any point. I think you just kind of start out sort of bare bones. Trying to... No, you do lose some stuff, but... Anyway. Now we can get a logbook scan for our gunship. Hunter-class gunship registered to Samus Aran. You can return your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. This is the all-in-one package. Most save stations will, restore your health, or they all will. But all save stations will restore your health, but your gunship will also restore your ammunition, which is important. Right now, that's missiles. There's a small tunnel burrowed into this wall. And we don't have the Morph Ball, see? I even forgot for a second, so we can't get that either. Missile expansion increases the number of missiles you can carry by 5. Oh, a new creature scan. Tangleweed. Plant life with basic sentience. Recracks into ground if threatened. Tangleweeds are only dangerous to small organisms. They are covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential meals. Tangleweeds lack the strength to do anything more than hinder larger life forms. I like how when you don't have the space jump, which we had at the beginning of the game. I don't think it actually ever told us that we did, but we did. I think we did. Anyway. Yeah, when you don't have the space jump, which you would need to jump up this high to clear this, it actually lifts you up. So I jump up once towards my gunship, and it sort of levitates me onto the ship. It's a handy little feature. I think Samus is I think that's just like a feature of her ship or something. All right, let's explore a little bit. And yeah, probably by the time we get to our next save station, we'll cut it there. A new creature's entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Blast cap. Volatile chemicals within this weed's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. The poisonous flesh of the blast cap helps keep it from being eaten. It also detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. This rock formation blocks most of the tunnel. There's a small opening near the floor, which we can't access this. We don't have the morph ball yet. So, oh well. Okay. Let's see. My placement is kind of hard here. Like with the microphone and everything. Like, where do I want to put this so where I can like freely move my arm? Because right now it's kind of uncomfortable just to turn. Alright. Okay. I think here was best. Okay. We'll try this. Boy, yeah, this microphone arm is it's not in a convenient spot. That's where we need to go to progress, so this lichen seems to be giving off low levels of radiation. No match is found in flora and fauna databank. And that we would need the space jump to clear. So that path is closed off to us at this time. That's okay. This is where we actually need to go right here, as I was saying earlier. Alright. Some enemies are gonna pop up out of the ground here. These beetles. Morphology, beetle. Burrowing insect with a resilient carapace. Extremely aggressive. The creature's massive mouth enables it to tunnel through solid rock at high speeds. Above ground beetles can cover short distances rapidly. They attack anything that moves into their lair. I bet they do. Oh yeah, we don't have the charge beam, so yeah. Great. Morphology, guide stem, pervasive indigenous species of bioluminescent weed. Zoomer. It anchors itself to walls and other surfaces of wood contact with spikes. A basic nerve center located directly above the zoomer's mandibles detects nutrients. Sharp spines protect from casual predators, but the lack of a reinforced carapace makes the zoomer vulnerable to any indirect attacks. I'm pretty sure we read about this creature earlier, but it didn't count as a logbook scan. Alright. It's okay. Sap sac. Chemical reaction within sac produces violent explosion when agitated. Because of its irresistible odor and sweet nectar, the sap sac was nearly eaten out of existence. The evolution of explosive chemical sac saved it. Now only brave or ingenious creatures dare to devour it. But we can just shoot it. And sometimes it'll give us pickups, I think. Oh. A Geemer. There's zoomers and there's Geemers. Not to be confused with the much more atrocious gamer. Wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spikes, the Geemer is an evolutionary offshoot of the zoomer family. When threatened, it extends lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armored carapace. And I believe this one, we need missiles. So, we just wait for him to pass. That's okay. He's not going to attack us anymore. He might run into us. Ah. Blood flower. Able to eject toxic spores. Toxins are poisonous even to the blood flower itself. 3 mouth nodules protrude from the stalk beneath the flower, each with a rudimentary brain cluster and the ability to spew toxic fumes at anything within a 5-meter radius. The spores ejected from the stigma at the center of the flower are sufficient to kill this creature if they explode in its vicinity. So this one, we just gotta do that. There's a blast shield on the door blocking access. Okay, so we'll need missiles for that. I like how the beams actually ricochet off the door, and it hit the sap sack. That's cruel. All right. Fortunately, I can't reach that. I don't have the charge beam. All right. Let's see. So we came from there. We can't go out this door. This we'll need the boost ball for. The stone surface this lichen grows on appears too smooth to be natural. Tree appears to be healthy. Ring dating approximates age at over 200 years. Access to Chozo Ruins West granted. Please step into the hologram. Alright, what did I tell you guys? We were going to make to Chozo Ruins. That much was obvious when it was only 30 minutes in and we got to the Parasite Queen. I was like, okay, we can do more. Access to Talon Overworld granted. North granted. Please step into the hologram. Okay, that would give us back, take us back to Talon Overworld, which we don't need to go to right now.
Data received.
These pillars have collapsed from erosion. Carbon dating cannot determine the age of the structures. Seismic disturbance at ruin site. Seismic activity detective. All right, here we go. This hive totem. That's where we gotta go.
Recording to logbook.
Chozo script translated. So here's some more lore. The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far into the ring of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however, the Chozo who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to eschew a civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. Very nice. Alright, here we go. It's kind of like the hub entrance area. It's kind of like the hub area of Chozo Ruins, actually. It really is, yeah. We'll be coming back here through here a lot. I think this is called like the main hall or something. Main plaza. There we go. Plaza. That is the right term. So it's kind of cool. This is like a whole, some kind of civilization, man. Kind of similar to the Chozo Ruins we saw in Zero Mission, right? They had a whole settlement on Zebes as well. But I don't think Zebes was actually their home world. I mean, according to that lore we just read, it's not actually known where they came from. This tree seems to be weakened due to cellular decomposition. Passageway to shrine, but there's a blast shield on it. We can't go. Here's another half pipe that we can use the boost ball on. An object rests at the top of a very smooth inclined slope. So, and I mean, this game really is a true Metroidvania. Some of the later Metroid Prime games maybe deviate from that somewhat, but this game really retains that structure, just in 3D, in first person even. These large branches have been forcibly intertwined, forming what looks to be a bridge structure. Oh god, this is so nostalgic for me. This music, the atmosphere, everything. These stones appear to have fallen from the walkway above. Alright. So we could go there. There's an energy tank. That would be nice, but we can't get there yet. This door can only be opened from the other side for some reason, even though there's... Maybe they just did that so that because they knew someone would try to sequence break? I don't know. The ledge this object rests on cannot be reached from this room. Warwasp Hive. Primary Warwasp dwelling, only vulnerable to heavy weaponry. Warwasps build their homes over existing crevices using whatever materials are close at hand. They carry building fragments back to the construction site with their forelegs and glue them into place with adhesives secreted from their abdomens. And see, if I was smart, I would use my missiles on these. Oh, I'll destroy one of them right now. Oh wait, I don't have missiles. Shit. I totally forgot. Okay, so there's two ways I can go right now, but I think this way is going to require me to have the morph ball. Oh, the war wasps aren't coming out yet. That's nice. Because they won't come out until I get missiles. How considerate of them to not come out until I have a weapon capable of destroying their hive. Scarab. Exploding parasites that can embed their bodies in solid rock. Scarabs think nothing of them, sacrificing themselves to the safety of their swarm. When a hostile life form is sighted, they block its progress by embedding themselves in floors and walls. Embedded scarabs violently self-destruct when threatened. And that's just like the parasites that we saw on the Space Pirate Frigate. I mean, these were like fodder enemies that I could just use to get pickups. Yep, here we'll need the morph ball. These branches block most of the tunnel, but there's a small opening near the floor. Just in case you missed it, you can scan it and see. Small opening. Just small enough, conveniently, for Samus's morph ball, huh? Some of this can be explained away, though, because we are in a Chozo settlement, so it makes sense that Samus's technology would work. Chozo technology would work here. But... yeah. That doesn't cover everything. That's just very convenient. But then sometimes they'll come up with things like, oh, well, this is for, this is just a vent. Samus' morph ball can fit through it because it's small enough to do it. Not like, it's not too convenient. Ion, immobile organisms is composed entirely of ocular tissue, capable of launching sustained energy beams when active. The ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if a bright flash, ignites nearby. So we can shut it up for a few seconds. We can kill them with charge beams. That's nice. We won't get that until later. Yeah, I feel like these are the same guys that we saw. I mean, they don't function the same, but I feel like these are the same type of enemies as what we saw in Zero Mission on the Space Pirate ship. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is the belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite. Perhaps, finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. Unusually high concentrations of poison identified in trees. Let's kill these guys. Nice. Elevated toxicity levels found in tree bark. Scans indicate a poison water source within 4 meters of tree base. Sorry, I just wanted to check something real quick. Structural weakness detected in sandstone block. Structural integrity of metal is stable, no flaws detected. This object resides at the end of a high channel set into the wall. So see, a lot of missile expansions for us to pick up. We won't be able to get to any of them until we get a missile launcher. So, oh, here's the war wasps. Let me scan one. War wasp. Airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. The war wasp rarely strays far from its hive unless it is pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive bombing its enemy with stinger extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. But they will come back out of this hive. I guess right now they won't. So the war wasps do come out, but it looks like they're not regenerating at least yet. Conveniently, of course. And another save station. All right. Aim has been saved. Energy fully replenished. I really do think this is a good stopping point. We can kind of dive further into the Chozo Ruins later. I know that we're only at a minute, but or less than a minute technically. But yeah, I really think it's best if we just go here. I think it's a good stopping point. We finished the beginning section of the game, and we even instead of stopping right when we landed in Talon 4, we got to the Chozo Ruins, which is our next area. So next time we'll be exploring the Chozo Ruins and maybe fighting another boss. Actually, I believe we'll probably fight a couple. I know at least one is directly coming up, so before our next major upgrade. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening, and or watching, I should say. Used to doing a podcast. Thank you so much for watching. This has been great, exploring this game and sharing that nostalgic experience with you. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, stay tuned for part 2. We'll go ahead and do that this Saturday, this next shooter Saturday. I know we're supposed to do Heretic plus Hexen, but I'm waiting until I can come down and do that with Bo. And we missed a chance when I came before, but I'm coming down, a couple weekends from now. So, yeah, our next shooter Saturday we'll continue Metroid Prime. So don't miss that one if you're following the Let's Play of this game. And then we'll be back for next Metroid Monday. And for the foreseeable future, yeah, that's what we'll be playing Metroid Prime Remastered on Metroid Mondays. So yeah, until we finish the game. And we're also doing Phoenix Wright Wednesday. We'd planned to have an episode out, but didn't get a chance to record one. We will have one out soon. Again, once Bo and I get a chance to record that together. And, continue our playthrough of Turnabout Samurai, which we're getting kind of close to the end of. And then, what else? Go check out our 420 Let's Play on Pepsi Man if you haven't already. And stay tuned for more. We'll definitely do more episodes just on, new and current games that are coming out or games that I'm playing for the podcast or, just whatever the hell we want on different occasions. So look forward to that. Collateral Gaming, right now, actually, as of recording this, we just recorded uploaded our Mortal Kombat Mythologies episode as part of Bad Game April. So go check that out wherever you get your podcasts. And also stay tuned for our second Bad Game review of Bad Game April, which is Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. Also stay tuned for a 420 edition of Collateral Gaming bonus round, or we'll do something. We haven't figured out what yet. And on Collateral Cinema, stay tuned for our season finale on Solo, or the 120 Days of Solemn, with Kaylee from Once Over with Kaylee. And go check out her channel on YouTube. You can check that out here as well. And also, our 420 special is out on Mystery Science Theater 3000, where we were joined by Catbus Russ from 90 for Chill, or I Did Crazy Flicks. So yeah, go check out his stuff as well. And then next up, we'll have out an episode. In fact, I think tonight we're going to record it, an episode at the movies episode on Project Hail Mary. So and then Ryan Gosling is literally me, as you guys know. See, it's right here. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into talking about my new movie. Excuse me, sorry about that. And yeah, we'll have more at the movies content. Also, Super Mario Galaxy, which will be a collab with Collateral Gaming. We will have a 420 edition of Collateral Cinema Director's Cut, where I believe we're going to go over a couple Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes. So stick around for that and more. And yeah, we'll go ahead and gear up for Collateral Gaming and Collateral Cinema seasons, the new seasons, very soon. Collateral Cinema Season 10 and Collateral Gaming Season 9. Very excited. And yeah, if you want to support the show, you can donate on Patreon and get access to exclusive Let's Plays or movie commentaries. And we do have a merch store on Dashery where you can get you Collateral Media merch. And we do also have a Buy Me a Coffee. And we are also partnered with W Energy. So use the promo code CGamingPod or CCinemaPod to get 10% off your first order. And, it's a great product. I, just drank some just before recording this, in fact. Yeah, let me get that last little drop out. All right, perfect. But, yeah, it's a fantastic product. I've been enjoying it. It's pretty much completely replaced Monsters for me at this point, which is nice. It's good on my wallet. Yeah. And you can find Collateral Gaming and Cinema wherever you get your podcasts, of course. And help us rise up the ranks on Good Pods. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or feedback on your platform of choice. And if you've got any feedback or suggestions, if you want to guest on the show or, just have anything to say, feel free to comment here on our YouTube videos or hit us up on social media. We'll have links to that in the description. But yeah, I guess that's just about it. So with all that being said, I've been Ashley Chancellor, and this was Collateral Let's Play Metroid Monday. We are out.